It's the Rundown. It is Thursday, March 7th. It is brought to you by Jeff Vibert. And solitary confinement has taken over the internet, the world, at least our world. Basically, Klemmer volunteered to go into hibernation for 100 hours while being streamed. He's then, just complained about it the whole time, and he wouldn't do the challenges. And people were like, well, why is he there to begin with? Because he raised his hand in the middle of a meeting, and he said, I want to go into solitary confinement. And people were like, well, what's the end game? What do you, good things, bad things, rewards? Nope, he just wants to be filmed for 100 straight hours. And now Dave has pulled the plug on it because all Klemmer has done is sleep for 75% of it. Which I guess in Klemmer's defense, he has nothing else to do besides sleep, so I can't really fault him. Klemmer, Vibs is the executive producer. You're not getting dragged, as the kids say, for this or anything. I think you're disappointed in just how it's unfolded.
Klemmer asked you to help.
I mean, he asked me to help, and I put blame on me for it not going as well as it should. I'm not just throwing Klemmer under the bus. It's on me too.
I put more blame on Klemmer, to be honest.
But I mean, he needs to be willing to work with it, and you're in there, don't half-ass it, go the whole way. Mm-hmm. But there's two camps to this, where it's if he wants to do 100 hours of solitary confinement, then he needs to be in there, not be bothered by anyone. All we do is slide meals under the door. Mm-hmm. There's no challenges, but he's just gonna sleep all day and entertain himself, do whatever. But if you're doing that for 100 hours, it's gonna be a boring stream.
Of course.
So what we decided to do was do Klemfinement, where there's challenges and a little twist where he can get the amenities that he wanted to go in with. He wanted to go into the mini fridge with all these Cokes and High Noons and all that stuff. And we said, okay, well, if you do these challenges, you can get a reward, and that's what you do. And the challenge will kind of keep you up and active. And the challenges, he just kind of said, well, 10 minutes in, he was like, I'm not doing this. And it's
challenges, right?
The challenges are
designed to be tedious.
They're supposed to be tedious. They're supposed to be boring. They're not supposed to be fun arts and crafts. Then it's just you're in a retirement home doing puzzles for 100 hours. You don't
Allow
have
me real quick. From my elementary observation of how this came to be, Klemmer originally wanted to live in a hotel with cable TV and a mini fridge and all this. Yes. He's very stubborn, though. It was pulling teeth to get to where he is now. But his whole thing was it's content, but he also just wants to prove that he can do it, and he's not you were put in kind of a bad situation, one, by how stubborn Klemmer was about a lot of stuff, and he wasn't, the whole thing is tough. If we could redo it, it would probably be complete this challenge, get an hour off your time, but he didn't even want that because he wanted to do the full 100 hours.
Right.
We should have just been shut up, Klemmer, we're going to take care
of it.
There
was a final challenge where it's hey, if you finish this, you can get out right now at the time you're supposed to, but if you fail, you got to stay in longer.
Yeah.
So there was some of that, but
also too,
maybe we should have been in the middle.
I feel like it hasn't really been made explicitly clear about the conversations leading up to this confinement situation. Klemmer knows that there were challenges, rewards, punishments. There might be some annoying things to fuck with him, and agreed to all of it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So he knew everything. He knew there were going to be tedious tasks. He knew it was going to be passing the time, funny, whatever. So much so, you said that he knew that there was going to be an annoying thing playing over the loudspeakers. He knew all that shit going in. But my problem with Klemmer, with this whole thing, is that knowing all of that, why is he being so stubborn and just a grumpy bitch
also
about
answer for
everything?
Klemmer. He's just bored as fuck, and when you're bored, it's just easy to bitch about.
But he also said he also said he was going to kind of fight back with if stuff was going a certain way or anything like that. And I think he thinks it's the conflict is content, which
sort of.
But you got to also kind of go along.
So
with.
But then why would you sacrifice what could be 5 hours of counting rice, for the example that I keep fucking using because it's killing me he hasn't counted this rice. He could be counting this rice, and there could be a rice counter on the thing. People are watching, tune in and seeing oh my God, he's counting 10,000 grains of rice. Oh my God, he's counting 500,000 pounds of rice. It's crazy. Why not do that for content and have people coming in and checking back in or whatever, instead of being fuck this, I'm not doing this. And so we get one clip of him yelling at the people that are in charge of it and helping him out. To me, that makes no sense. And I'm just not sure how he's thinking in that way. Unplugging the speaker is fucking crazy. Threatening to fuck up the tech and all that bullshit is crazy to me. That's crazy.
But also, we did put a know, stubborn old lunatic
guess,
in
yeah.
isolation.
What do we
like,
expect? What do
we
we expect?
expect him to go. We
Right.
want him to go.
I just
crazy.
feel like you're getting it from Klemmer unfairly when he knew exactly what was going on. He knew
But it's also
things that were
him
gonna happen,
versus.
and he's just
without even knowing the revolution that has
Yeah.
started.
Yes,
He's also, people can't see it, but we can see it if you click onto the back end. He is like riling up the chat. Oh, Dave put out a tweet.
Oh, he
like
did.
he is riling up the chat unbeknownst to himself that he's
Right.
not in it.
Right.
And this is the point when people were like, "This is cruel that he's down there but not streaming." His reality is unchanged. Like he wanted to do 100 hours, he can still leave at any time. Nothing has changed in his world. But when he gets back above ground and he finds out that he was the #1 topic on the internet for like 2 straight days, I don't think he will care that it
he'll
wasn't
love that.
streamed.
He'll love that for sure.
yeah, yeah.
You think?
I think
When he sits down and sees the whole thing.
it's a win-win. Yeah, because in his mind, he just wanted to last the 100 hours, and he's going to accomplish that, I assume. And then when he finds out that it was trending #1 and all these people were rallying behind him, and I gave the analogy, he's like Nelson Mandela, which I know it's not
Smitty had a
civil
big
rights.
problem with
Yeah,
that.
No, that's
but it's
good.
like, yeah, he's
Smitty
like
was like,
going
well,
into prison, and the
actually,
whole fucking South Africa's rallying behind him, and he's the fucking chosen one.
who was the guy,
He's gonna be
Sandoval?
president next.
Your boy, the reality show guy, Scandival.
Yeah, Tom
he said
Sandoval?
he said he was a combination of George Floyd and Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
fair
that-
enough. Fair enough.
No, he said when all that stuff happened with George Floyd, it's kind of like that. Like, no, what?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
Klemmer
so,
is.
but
Right, that's Klemmer now.
and also like Klemmer was like doing the math and being like, this is impossible. Like that other challenge is impossible. It's like we had side challenges as well mixed in that would give him more time if he completed those.
Right.
If he was going up against the clock and not going to complete it. But
I think for never having done this type of challenge before, for what Klemmer is and what we expected, I think it's working out for the best. You know, it is the Dave. I said it is the Dave playbook. Ignore something, he sees it, he gets involved. You know, it's like me, Smitty, Klemmer. You know, his little punching bags. But that's the way Dave does it. Klemmer was trending for 2 straight days. You know, that doesn't happen. Like, you know, it's all in all a good thing.
On behalf, also too, he was trying to, despite the fact that Dave was like, "Fuck this, I'm not putting it back up." Like, fuck, trying to.
But Dave also likes when all the stoolies, you know, rally against him.
Totally.
Like, yeah.
PFT.
No, I feel like I'm saying too much.
PFT started a trend, Klemmering, where you're just laying on the ground like
hilarious.
that.
Every
Very
time
funny.
he posts that, I die
Yeah,
laughing. Like,
Klemmer's
everything
becoming-
is just funny as fuck. Like,
Klemmer's becoming a national movement. So in the end, I think
Oh, and
when the news is broken, which I don't know if we have the. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a puzzle delivered, and we're gonna slide it in the door and have him fix it. And it's Klemmer sleeping with the tweet superimposed over it that says,
amazing.
"I'm cutting the Klemmer stream." So he'll find out while he's doing a puzzle.
here's my question with this though, is that he's gonna see Dave's face in part of the tweet. He's gonna do the tweet first before he even sees like himself sleep.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I
So
mean?
it could, yeah.
He'll be able to see.
Wait,
Like, I
yeah.
almost want you to like keep some pieces at first. Like give him only the pieces that are him, and then when he's
then
done
make-
with those, give him the last pieces for the tweet.
That's not a bad idea, because
Because he'll feel.
That's not
if
the
that were
worst.
me, I would do the tweet first. I would do the tweet
whenever
first.
we were trying to figure it out, that's what you're saying is like if he does that first corner first, then it's not going to take
what does
the
he
hour
care?
that
So I think
Dave wants.
just that corner, like you give him everything else. Maybe even give him like the
Oh my God,
bottom
so yeah,
parts
once
where he
he's
sees the
done-
interaction.
Yeah.
once
He
he's
doesn't
done with
know who it is.
75% of it, you give him the last 25%.
Maybe you even just take out that row. Yeah, where it says the actual tweet.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
says Dave, and it has the interactions, maybe a little bit of the date, and then
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
And
not
then
bad.
give it to him at the last
That's
second.
not bad.
I love it. I like the idea of him finding out late. Like, I like it.
I think he'll be in disbelief. I think he'll be in shock. I think he just won't know what's
Do you
real
think
and
he
what's
will
going
think
on.
that's a troll?
I think so. Yeah, I think he thinks
Like, there's no chance Dave cut the stream 3 days ago. Like, that's just
Yeah.
that'll be the last 3 hours is him talking to himself if that's real or not.
So is this in lieu of Dave Skyping in? And
So he might, after the puzzle solved, Dave might Skype in, and
Got it.
I don't know why we said
Yeah, bring
Skype.
back Skype, baby.
from
Bring back Skype.
2006.
I love it. Is he gonna webcam in?
But Dave will zoom in and break it to him, I guess, and
fuck
like
you.
tell him like, hey, like this is
this is the deal.
the deal. Yeah, that it is. It's not fake.
I think it's really funny. But no, I think that with the situation, you've done the best you can and you're doing the most that you can. And I think that Klemmer owes you a big apology.
I mean,
I've
yeah,
said that
going
before.
in,
I think he really does. Like, he's been so.
Clemmer had a lot of demands. So going in, we
Right.
kind of had an arm time behind our back trying
Yeah.
to do it. But I mean, yeah, he wants to make content. But the one thing I'd say, if he if he wanted to do just like real solitary confinement, he picked 100 hours. Like Mr. Beast just did like 150. So I think to make it interesting, if you're just doing solitary confinement, no interaction, you go 155 hours or 160 to beat Mr. Beast and make it.
Right.
Or whatever the record is. I don't know.
Also, too, with Mr. Beast, everybody was saying it's not a continuous live stream. It's just a compilation of the time, which I think it goes to show that like your version of it with added challenges and things like that is interesting for a consistent live stream. If Mr. Beast, nobody, I guess we've realized that people will tune in to watch people sleep, but. It's just, it makes it a little more compelling when there's something going on.
Yeah.
Even if it's boring and tedious like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to drive him a little crazy because he, besides him yelling every once in a while about like no justice, be nice with rice, whatever the fuck, he's not really breaking or going crazy, Right. From what we can tell.
Yeah.
He's sleeping all the time, so it's hard to tell.
A lot of sleep.
It's really hard to tell.
A lot of sleep.
Yeah.
That's just like,
John Rich
it's just
TV?
like a depression nap, you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you had something to say.
Oh, John Rich?
Oh, just holding the mic
You
up
had-
to your mouth.
Well, I was going to ask,
Oh,
and get to
I
this
was gonna
eventually.
talk.
How do you think he's going to react to the Kirk Minahan stream?
Ooh,
with
I
Jack
think he'll be
Coleman?
more mad about that. I also think it's kind of bullshit. So Kirk said, no, that was an organic stream and it just happened to, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think definitely what happened was organic. I think the idea to live stream was a dig at Klemmer. He's never live streamed like that in his life. And all of a sudden, the day that Klemmer starts, he's going to start a live stream at the same time. I just think that there's a little bit of a
Yeah, I don't know
and
who
it went on way longer than they thought. Like,
I
it
don't know
definitely
who
did.
wrote that script. Like we have some new script writers around
Right,
here.
we do have
So
new
yeah,
script
I don't know, but
writers.
I thought it was pretty smart.
I think that I think it would be silly to think that Kirk in the back of his mind didn't have like oh good, and this is going on at the same time as
Maybe, definitely in the back of his mind, but it
100%.
did happen organically. It did.
No, and I said that.
Yeah.
But leaving it on it just, I think that in the back of his head, he knew he was besting Klemmer a little bit, at least for day one, and then it just became something much bigger than he thought, and then it was 2 days of poor Coleman trying
I
to
had both going at the same time. And then Jerry's stream started. It was great.
Nobody seemed to have a problem with the multiple streams.
That's what we are.
no,
We're a 24-hour streaming
I-
company now.
I talked about it on the Yak, like Jerry's stream, like him doing that. Whenever his stream was over, those people got directed to the Klemmer stream. So Klemmer stream was through the roof. So it was a good thing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think they asked Minahan about it on
He said
Unnamed,
no.
and he said no.
He said no completely, but I think that that's like in the back of your head. You have to know that the first time, like it's too coincidental for me to believe that it wasn't in the back of his head at least.
It probably entered his head once he realized how long they were going to be there. But also, it's like, I don't know, he lives in his world. This is different. We could have 9 streams at the same time. I'll probably be captivated by all of them.
I think Coleman, you have no idea Coleman's going to take 34
No, that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
hours.
No one knew that was going to happen, but the idea to live stream Coleman trying to do these things, the minute that Klemmer went in, it just seems like I don't believe in a coincidence that close.
It's a fun week. I like it.
But
everything's like intersecting and crisscrossing. I like it.
But not to
No, it's funny. I'm not saying it's not funny.
No, I know,
It's
I know.
fucking hilarious. But I'm saying that is what Klemmer is going to think. Klemmer's going to be like,
Maybe, yeah.
obviously he did this on purpose.
But
that's how he's going to feel.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to fight back when he finds out, or you think he'll just be like, okay, whatever? Like,
I don't think so. I think he gets the bit.
Yeah,
I think he like in how Dave operates and works, and I think he'll just like go with
But
it.
if he gets the bit, then he should fight back.
But he's not that guy. Yeah, I don't know. He's
not a big guy.
I don't know.
I think he's
Hates-
going to be very
hates bits.
defeated feeling. I think he's going to be like, wow. And he also, I think, maybe will be jarbled coming out being like, because he's missed so much. He needs to catch up on everything that happened.
Yeah, Giolito's
to fully
out for the
understand.
season.
I think
Is that real?
Giolito, do you know? It's like a Red Sox pitcher.
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep the combo going.
I think he's going to be proud of himself for doing the 100 hours, so I don't think he's going to be too upset. But that's my opinion. But sorry, not to.
No,
Yeah,
you're good. I think. I think.
But when Mr. Beast was in solitary confinement, if you watch his like cut up video, he slept like the whole time, like as much as he could. Granted, he did. Yeah, he had the lights on the whole time, and it's a little harder.
I don't
but-
think anybody would care if he were sleeping
But that was-
a bunch if he did other things as well. Like when he's not sleeping, he does other things. But when he's not sleeping, he just sits on the bed and does nothing.
When we were doing this and we were like, hey, we need to like do challenges, like have you like doing something. Exactly, this is what I was like. Dave will tune into this stream and he'll see you sleeping, doing nothing, and then it's just he'll be like, well, this sucks.
Yep.
But I didn't think it would go to this. But still,
I
I was
don't
like,
know how-
we can't have someone tune in and be like.
I will say my favorite
sleeping.
thing Dave said on Unnamed Show is he just admitted that he loves that he's the only person who can watch Klemmer, and he loves that he's like playing God with him and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like psychotic, like rich guy shit.
Right now, for people, it's like Hunger Games. You know, I'm just watching this world burn below me, and I'm enjoying it. I have to be the only one truly enjoying the Klemmer stream because, and there's no way to do it both, but when I check in on him and he is talking, thinking people are watching him, knowing he's talking to air, I find that very funny.
That way.
I will say, and I don't know if it's just because like when I went home last night, I was still watching Klemmer. Like, I stayed up until even
I
at
didn't
9,
know.
10,
I didn't know that I could watch him in the back end until now, and I'm watching Klemmer on my laptop right now. Like
Yeah.
I am obsessed.
It feels dirty. It feels kind of.
It feels weird. Well, Nate, you were killing me last night with all the tweets, the Truman Show stuff. It is.
There is a line
Parallels
from the
are
Truman
so
Show for
true.
every single thing Dave has tweeted. Like, and I know that movie front and back, and I crack up every time Dave tweets because there is just a scene from the Truman Show that like parallels. What
hit him with
Dave's
the
doing.
lightning.
Yeah.
Hit him again.
Yes, yeah, hit him again. Yeah, 100%. And it's like, right, it's a control thing. It's like this person doesn't
Sharon,
know.
what are you laughing at?
Like, it's crazy.
What? Whoa!
Whoa, whoa.
I didn't know. Yeah.
That was so.
You just tossed the most expensive thing you owned at me.
What is it?
Dave Klemming.
Dave Clem? No, stop. No, stop.
At a pizza place.
I feel bad for Clem. He's getting Clem cucked.
Lay down anywhere. It's a new viral trend.
Mouth open is great. There's been some close-ups on Klemmer where he's just got like crusties in his face.
No, that's what I said. I wasn't
He's
even.
like a cartoon character. Like he'll put like his hands under his head.
I do that though. Like, oh.
But his legs are like always like
Well, that's why.
super straight.
There's,
yeah, I do
there's
court.
never a scenario. There's never a scenario where I will agree to be filmed while sleeping because I sleep like a bat. Like people are like, "Oh, Klemmer sleeps like a bat." I sleep like a bat. Like I sleep like I'm choking myself in my sleep the whole time. I'm like on my face. No way.
When I'm ready to go into a deep sleep, I do what Klemmer and like lay on my belly, face down, and
Yeah.
just out.
Yep.
All right, so that's something to watch out for. 9 a.m. tomorrow, he gets a puzzle, and then he's allowed to leave at 2 p.m.
Yep.
Well, Dave's coming live at 11, right? Dave's going to break the news to him at 11?
Well, he's going to put together the puzzle at 9. Start at 9.
So that's in place of Dave.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
A lot can happen.
Yeah.
By the time this airs,
It's a
it could have
fluid
also
situation.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next topic is brought to you by My Mom's Basement. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. They are fighting on July 20th at AT&T Stadium. That's the Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Jake Paul, 27, influencer, blah, blah, blah. Mike Tyson, most famous boxer of all time. It's going to be on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, you don't have to pay for it. Obviously, it's a cash grab for both of them. Everybody's going to shit on it and poo-poo it, and then everybody's going to watch it on July 20th. It's going to be the biggest thing of the summer. We know how this happens. It goes round and round. Influencer, nobody cares who wants to watch this. Millions and millions of people. The betting's going to be fun on DraftKings. I'm sure Dave will probably go. Mike Tyson's nearly 60. Jake Paul's half his age. Jake Paul should win in theory, but if you watch Mike Tyson videos, he still looks like he can just kill you in 0.2 seconds.
Still looks good.
Vivs isn't wearing a mic.
Oh, fell off.
Clipped off. Yeah.
You haven't said anything since it fell off though, since you
no.
gave Aaron back his phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like 2 years ago. There's a video that went out of like Tyson doing some drills in the ring where he's still so fast.
Yeah.
and he is massive. How big is Jake Paul?
That's why I said in theory,
what are their
you would think
weights?
the guy half his age should win, but Mike Tyson's Mike Tyson. He defies everything.
I think.
Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say they're both probably around 220.
Okay, so Tyson's got. If that's accurate.
Jake Paul's massive. That seems
What's their
199
height
seems
difference?
low.
I feel like they would probably have a
Height.
Because Jake's probably taller, yeah.
5'10", Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul's probably
Paul's
6'1".
6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1".
Yeah, no,
All right.
It's easy to shit on things like this. I'm excited. It's two mega names, mega stars.
Hand up, I'm very excited for that. I don't understand. I know people the authenticity of the sport, whatever. They don't like Jake Paul. If it's a Jake Paul fight, I'm tuning in because it's a cartoon character. You know what I mean? It's a ridiculous
there's
situation. I'm always tuning in, and this is awesome.
Two schools of boxing. The people who are the sweet science, who love the technique and this and that, and then the other school is this is gladiator shit. It's two men just pounding just beating the shit out of each other, we've been doing our entire existence
Right.
as humans. So if you're a sweet science guy, go watch the real boxing. People like me, casuals, we'll watch Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, not everything is so serious, and I don't think that this fight on Netflix between these two people takes away from like the integrity of the sport. I think it's just
Not at all.
an added thing. It's it's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either sport like the storyline. People follow, people want a storyline.
And I don't care.
People
if
don't like
it's
so.
Yeah, don't care at all if it's fixed.
It's wrestling, but they hit each other for real.
Exactly.
Hey.
You know?
Guys like
Sorry,
to shit
sorry,
on.
sorry.
Whoa.
You're right.
Soap operas
Wrestling
and
is
stuff,
real.
but
Wrestling
they
is
love
real as well.
people with storylines.
The
Wrestling is
storylines
very
are
real.
scripted, but when you're falling 20 feet off a ladder through glass, you're still falling.
Oh no! Oh yeah,
ladder
you are.
through
You are.
glass.
That's
What's the guy's name in Pittsburgh when he was jumping off?
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Well,
That's
Undertaker threw him off.
Yeah, I mean that fight is amazing.
It's incredible. And then,
I watched
and then
it the
Mick
first time
climbs
2
back
years
up
ago.
up the Hell in a Cell, and then
Yep.
Undertaker throws him through it. And then a chair hits him in the face, and his tooth goes up his
Mick
nose.
Foley from Indiana, Santa Claus, Indiana.
Yeah, he can barely walk anymore.
Yep.
He gave his life to wrestling.
Wow, good for them.
Mick Foley's the man, absolute man.
Very cool.
Steph Curry. We have the picture.
Oh.
So Steph Curry hit a logo 3 last night, and then he practiced his golf swing, and then this picture was snapped as he was practicing his golf
boy.
swing. And you might notice the woman with the large breasts in the
I
background.
do see her. Hard to miss.
The dad with his 2 sons sitting front row and just turning around being like, hey, hell yeah.
No, he had to make sure that everything was under wraps.
Right,
He
right,
was
right.
protecting.
Yeah.
He was just making,
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
just
I mean,
making sure she was okay.
Yeah.
Question: are we showing this in picture mode instead of video mode because her boobs did in fact fall out of that shirt?
They did not, as far as we know.
Okay. All right, because it looks like they're hanging on for dear life, and I need to know what kind of top that is, keeping those boobs.
It's a very
That's
artistic
crazy.
picture when you really think about it, how focused Steph Curry is, and he's focused on the golf swing. But then life happens all around you at the same time, but he's just focused on the swing. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is quite beautiful. It's quite the juxtaposition.
The distractions of life juxtaposed with the focus of being a professional athlete. Yeah, many men have failed in these situations.
Exactly. That dad. If I'm the wife, oh no, that guy.
Right.
That guy's in trouble when he gets
he's
home.
dead. He's dead.
There's no way.
Or maybe she's on the other side of the boys and she's like, yeah.
Yeah, she could be. If I'm there, I'm laughing with my husband. If I get home and I see this picture of my husband and my kids and he's turning around, Steph Curry's doing this and he's watching
how's
her.
the night out with the
No,
boys?
let me defend my man here. When you're facing this way, you have he's just seeing what's happening behind him. He was
And she's
right.
probably yelling.
He could be
really
looking
screaming.
her in the
Yeah.
eye. He could be looking her in the eye.
But
Might be screaming and he's like, whoa, she's screaming loud.
Yeah.
And then-
still, he's in a bad
serious.
position
Yeah.
because his wife is just like, he's going to see this and just be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, he's so screwed.
yeah.
For sure, either way.
I don't know. Maybe she's like, could happen
be
to anybody,
cool.
babe.
She could also be like, I would look too. Like,
Now-
well, I'm sure we'll see a tweet like, I would look too if people get on his shit about it.
Also, we don't know his marital status. Maybe he's
True,
looking.
he could be single dad.
Yeah, he's like trying to impress the
Those,
kids.
those might not even be his kids.
That's true.
Also, they might not be his kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And if they are, they're sitting on the floor at a Golden State game.
Right,
so, like,
exactly.
they're
I
doing
I have a
all
feeling
right.
this is like a rich dad, his son, and his friend. You know, like that's what I think. Like,
Yeah. You know, I
That's the
like
vibe I
I like
get.
to think
That's
that
what I'm
he
going with.
is a man of the cloth, a faithful man,
Mm.
and he's like, please, ma'am, we're here on our church retreat. Cover up,
Yeah.
miss.
please put your nipples.
There's nothing
It's
wrong with
professional
a woman
sporting event.
showing, her stuff either.
Yeah, no, she can do what she wants.
stand with
But
women.
yeah, maybe one size up in that top though for those titties, just for next time.
Just let him breathe. Next topic is brought to you by at John Rich TV on Twitter. Follow at John Rich TV. Thank you. This is a video of Zah meeting Antonio Brown at Storm Chasers last night at UCF. They didn't sit together, but they definitely linked up. Getting Nikki Smoke, Zah, and
Really?
Antonio Brown in the same building sounds like, just the FBI should be involved somewhere.
Yeah.
But it looked like it went off without a hitch, except I didn't see he's posting DMs from Dave.
Wait, when
Hey
is
man,
that?
I'd love to do a pizza
2019?
review with you in Foxborough. This is from Dave to Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
No idea if you have any clue who
Oh.
I am, but I'm a big Pats fan. People would eat it up. This is from September 2019.
Got it. I spit.
All right. Yeah, I mean, they're mending fences for sure.
No, this is in.
Dave, of course, I'm in
Oh.
Boston. Let's do
do
it
it
tomorrow.
3 years later, Antonio Brown
yeah.
replied.
I have two questions because
off.
I don't know. I don't know. But one,
Such an awesome.
do people dislike him for some reason? Like, I feel like people don't like him, right? A lot of
It's a lot of like, you know,
problematic guy.
yeah, a lot of allegations.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, some felony arrest.
All right, so good to know. That's number one. Number two, right? We don't need. I'll do my own research. The second thing is what is he doing right now? Is he angling for a job? Is he trying to get clout? Like, why is he obsessed
He's
with
a
Barstool?
rich bored guy on Twitter.
Right, but why is he obsessed with Barstool and like making all these AI memes?
We've
about
gone
it,
at
like,
him.
tweeting it.
Barstool has gone at Antonio Brown for
Recently?
being, Jerry Thornton recently.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
like,
so that's why he
Antonio
made that
Brown's
crack
After-
which was hilarious.
like,
hilarious.
excuse me if I burn bridges. Antonio Brown's not a great guy.
No.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? So where he's not like he won't like work here, right? Because as far as I
No, they talked about it on the Unnamed show. Dave was
Kind
like,
of a piece
no.
of shit.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Okay,
But
okay,
I mean,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But like he's being entertaining on Twitter. He did the
Sure.
Saltine AI tweet
That was
about
funny.
us. So like he kind of like gets the game, but also like it's
But he's
like
going too
but
far
he's
now. It's too long.
legitimately like when he knows he has CTE, his brain melts out of his ears. He's like a crazy person, like
Got
a
it.
real life crazy person.
Got it.
Yeah.
So people on like Reddit comment section, and I might agree with them. They don't think it's him tweeting. They think he's got somebody who like knows exactly what they're doing
That-
and is coming after Barstool.
On the
I
last
thought it was
rundown, that's
AB
what I
at
was
first,
saying.
but
It's like
now
I don't think
kind
it's
of
this
agree
is
with them.
Antonio Brown.
Either
which
way-
after the last rundown, Antonio Brown got on
Called
Twitter
you a
and
virgin.
called me a virgin. Which
Yeah, which I don't know how.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
facts.
Oh my God! Please don't put a clip of me talking about him out. I don't want to talk to him ever. Seriously. I don't want to talk to him unless if he's appointment TV watching the rundown though. I mean, how can I avoid that? But
Yeah, he might have
as
a
I've
guy
heard.
watching everything we're doing.
yeah.
see, okay, but also that's weird.
But, yeah,
But Deadspin used to
What?
have it. Deadspin used to be like,
Well,
you know how,
Deadspin's so
how New York
nice.
Post is now? They're like,
Yeah.
Dave, place the bet. Like, Deadspin used to know everything about the inner workings.
Yeah.
It like to like a point of lunacy that we
No,
thought
for
they
sure.
definitely had people like monitoring every show, every
Right.
stream, everything.
Well,
Can I
yeah.
can I say this about get it off Antonio Brown? I think Nikki Smokes is a great addition to Storm Chasers.
Nikki
Like, he's the
Smokes-
perfect person to be
seems
on.
to
Like
be crushing it, yeah.
He's great.
He's young. He's energetic. Like he's
He is
Need that young blood in
24,
there.
25, and we're watching him like grow up in front of our eyes, which I guess like people used to do with like, Kevin turned 39 yesterday.
I think he's 23.
No, he just turned 24 or 25.
Got it.
Because he did a blog like, I'm so old, I'm 25.
Oh,
this year.
yeah.
Smokes, that
I forgot about
But no,
that.
out,
he's
get
like
out.
learning about the world in front of our eyes. I love it. If we can get 5 more Nikki Smokes, maybe with less cocaine usage, like
Sure.
we would be in a very good spot.
I
So
agree.
if you're like Nikki Smokes and you're funny and you're, outgoing, but you don't have a crippling cocaine habit.
Right. Exactly.
He does. I shouldn't have said that.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
no,
wanna-
he's-
no, it's
he-
fine.
he works
talks all the
hard,
time.
he's-
He's always like,
he
yeah.
blogs, he's
Yeah,
funny.
but I don't think he has a crippling cocaine.
Okay, yeah.
you know.
He can take a joke. If anybody can take
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah,
He's great. He also
He's
goes
always
at Big Cat like a lot. Just calls him just like a fat fuck all the time.
No, I like
Pretty
his.
funny,
I like
yeah.
his vibes. I like Nikki Smokes a lot more than I thought I would, and
People
a lot more than I
hate
did at the
it.
beginning.
He had 3
At the beginning, I
hit
did
pieces on
not
him
like
when
his
he was
vibe at all.
hired. I thought that
Right.
I was an original Smokes guy because I was like,
Right.
people are being so mean to him.
I just didn't believe.
they-
Like I thought he was just kind of a piece of shit, and then I met him in real life, and then I kind of started paying attention more to what he was saying, and you can get his tone a lot better when you meet him. I think.
He's a fun-loving guy.
Well, he's funny. And
Now I don't think I would want to be on the road with him for a
No,
week straight because
definitely
he
not.
gets after it.
No,
like
no.
I'm too old for that at this point.
Oh.
If I was
I can't hang
24,
with
I would
I'd love to party with Nikki Smokes.
just like one last
one night,
time,
not a full week, but yeah, Nikki Smokes.
I think the
is
last
fun.
time I partied like that was BBA season 1 where we drank every day.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
last
Barstool
time that
versus
I-
America?
Yeah, where I went on like a real bender, and that was a couple years ago now. Like I don't think I could do that again. Like even season 2, we didn't really rip it up as much as we did season 1.
Yeah.
So and I was 20. Oh no, sorry, 30.
Ugh.
Oh my God, kill me.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Imagine turning 30. Ugh.
Oh no.
How old are you, Vips? You're my age. 1 year younger.
33.
33. I'm 35. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're older.
Do you know how old Ben is? This one's crazy.
25.
Are you young?
23, right?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been here for a long time. No?
I thought
Why
it was
does it
longer.
feel like
too.
longer than
In Barstool years, though, that's like
No, but
I guess so,
years.
yeah,
you
yeah,
carry yourself like a mature adult.
100%. I never.
it's the glasses.
Wow.
The glasses help.
It could
Do you,
be
do you
that,
are you a Nikki Smokes on weekends? Do you get after it? Like at 23, living in the city?
I mean, I'm not lame. I'm not living in the city. No.
Okay.
Not
You live in
Oh,
Long
okay.
Island?
I have fun.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Rip it up.
Do you still have bag nights?
Not a bad guy.
No bad
Not a bad guy.
You saw that guy on Twitter who thought he invented drinking wine with his girlfriend.
That was so crazy. And also, by the way, like,
I know that's not on the
need to
thing.
get
Can we talk about this?
No, let's talk about it. Because that guy was like, me and my girlfriend need to each drink a bottle of wine to have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. And listen,
tweet-
I've been there.
Gibbs, you didn't see it? You're too busy
No.
feeding Klemmer?
Yeah, I've been all
goes-
Klemmer all week.
He puts up a tweet. He goes, have you ever heard of bottle night? No, because me and my girlfriend invented it. We each drink a bottle of wine and we talk to each other. People were like, you think you invented drinking wine so you can have a conversation with your
He was
girlfriend?
like, it's just nice spending quality time, but it's like you're not spending quality time. You're just getting shit faced. So
Yeah.
you can have, there it is.
Now, I will give him credit.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
I love drinking. No, because John Rich keeps the font at one
True.
point.
All right, I'll read it. Or you read it. You read it. People don't like when I
I
talk.
paid for these eyes. I know.
You have LASIK?
Yeah.
Damn,
Best thing I ever did.
I want LASIK
Best
too.
thing I ever did.
I gotta do it. Anyway, read it.
Do you know what a bottle night is? Probably not, because my girlfriend and I invented it during a 2023 blizzard in Buffalo. Also funny that he didn't say 2020 when all anybody
That's what it
did
should have been.
was
Right,
drink.
right.
He invented it last year during a
year?
blizzard in Buffalo. We lock our phones away, turn off the TV, each grab a bottle of wine and talk. That's it. We simply talk and enjoy each other's presence. We live together, but it's easy to miss out on quality time. What do you think? Do you have other methods for enjoying quality time with your partner? They seem very nice. I am praying on their breakup.
I'm praying on the breakup, but also I'm more praying that this is a troll. Like, do we think in any way this is a joke?
No,
Like,
it's this. I'm going to sound like an old man. It is this generation. He's like one of these like grind set people. He's grinding on his company. And I know he means well. I know he means well.
eat, sleep, work, repeat,
Yeah,
replace
like-
the rave with work. Like
Yeah, this is just who this
working
generation.
feels like a night out. Like, yeah, right. So
We
so
should
he-
send
in
people
his
to
head,
war.
He really is like,
New bottle nice.
oh, look at that. Wait,
Wait, he's
dude,
making shirts?
He's making merch?
Hey, good for. Hey, that's the Dave Portnoy.
New bottle.
Yeah, like,
It's grind set, baby.
Bottle night stuff. I mean, listen, I don't disagree with let's drink a bottle of wine and chit chat and turn the TV off and whatever. I mean, TV off is hard, but no phones, I get. I think that, again, it's nothing to brag about that you need to get shit faced to talk to your girlfriend.
you know what annoys
That's
me?
Not, to me,
too?
that's not.
They drink straight out of the bottle, too.
I love drinking out of
Yeah.
the bottle. I love it.
I don't, because I think it lends itself a little more to the what's the word?
Alcoholism?
No, that too. What people think, perception. The
But
perception of
you drink out of a wine bottle with your girlfriend because you're like, the sooner I get through this, like I can stop talking to her. That's what you
True.
do.
Right. It's like if I drink this fast enough, I'll pass out so we can stop talking. That's what.
You know what also annoys me is he said a blizzard in Buffalo, like, and that they live together. But like, besides New York City, you can live with someone and not in a 90 square foot apartment. So like, they live the life of luxury. Like
Right, exactly.
they have
Probably have an upstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not impressed by your shit. I'm just not. But this was crazy, and I really was praying that it was kind of like a troll.
It
but-
got eyeballs on his entrepreneurship. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Yeah.
We spent time together, not drunk. You're not drunk 24/7. Oh, see, look, he's trying to now. He's rolling it back. Responding to everyone. Of course.
Is he? All right.
God,
Oh, good for him. He got his viral tweet off.
biggest moment of his life.
Tweeting
But him
Elon
saying
Musk.
him saying, "Have you heard of it?"
No. This is so when you
Ew,
when
he's
you
clout chasing
brag
Elon.
about
Yeah.
Hi, Elon Musk. I'm gunning for the most viewed post in the history of this app. What do I
no.
need to hit?
we need to
All right, moving on.
Can I say something seriously? People need to realize that views on videos, tweets, whatever, anything view-wise on Twitter, unless it's like 50 million, no one gives a fuck. Like, I do not care.
It stays in our little
Everyone
bubble.
can see,
The internet,
like, it's
yes.
crazy.
Twitter
Like,
and
I
the
was laughing.
internet.
The owl video I got the other day, like 6 million views.
Yeah.
And what am I gonna run around being like, oh my god, look at me at Elon Musk. I'm looking him in the running for whatever the
This is
fuck.
great.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
no one cares.
It got
Well, okay.
It got 50,
never mind.
58.
Okay, so I changed my mind.
It's too
50
small, yeah.
million views,
But
but,
no,
not even close to the most of the app.
What you
like-
said is correct. The
Yeah.
internet's so massive and Twitter's so massive. Even this Klemmer stuff, even though it's
Yeah.
like huge in our world, it like barely scrapes the rest of
No one knows
the
what it is.
internet. Yeah.
Like my gauge is always people in my real life versus
asking, what is
job,
this? Yeah.
asking what is this. Not one person has asked me about this Klemmer thing. Which
I
tells
got
me
one
it's-
last night.
It's in our bubble, and it'll maybe go out when he finds out about it. But as of now,
Which also
it's
going
still in
back
our
to
bubble.
Klemmer, we were saying like, since he doesn't really know what's going on, in his head, his delusions, like his daydreams or whatever, he might be like practicing for his interviews on Good Morning America. Or he might think that they've already like, because before he went in,
Right.
Donnie did the
Yeah.
plane thing
Right.
and got covered. He might be thinking like, he's on the nightly news.
Right,
That this is, or he might
Kathy and
be.
Hoda are waiting
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
He's got his wine glass ready for the Today Show. Whatever.
Kelly Ripa, a man in the Barstool basement is spending 100 hours, and he's
John Rich TV, you have something for us.
I don't think it's crazy to think Klemmer might get like something
A little bit of
about him.
press?
Yeah,
Well, now
I don't.
it's
I mean, not for the
yes.
reason he wants it to, but
right.
he could get a little something.
When
He
Dave-
might
I
get
don't
something.
disagree with that, but I think it's if Dave didn't get involved, not a fucking chance.
Yeah.
I think
Has New
now
York
the
Post
chance is
done
much
it
more
yet?
likely.
Interesting.
I wouldn't be amazed.
I'm surprised by
or-
that. Maybe they don't care.
New York Post not being on it is tough.
I wouldn't be surprised if like a reporter reaches out and is like, "Hey, we're doing a hit piece. Like,
Right.
do you want to talk about how they mistreated you by
Right.
turning the stream off? Like,
Right.
and you were held against your will." And it's like, no, you can walk out. There's a little blanket as his door.
Right.
Like he can just.
Right, exactly.
But he
You can
wants
move it
to.
aside.
The most important thing to him is that he does the 100 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't do the 100 hours, he knows he's just gonna never live it down, and everyone's gonna talk about it anytime something comes up. It's like, oh, you didn't make it in your solitary confinement.
He's not.
So he has.
He's not quitting.
He has to.
He will
No,
not
he'll
quit. He
never
knows
quit.
he has to do that.
He'll never quit.
There was a time in the first like 10 minutes where I was like, oh man, I think reality's setting in, and I don't know if he'll do it.
I agree with
The first
that.
12 hours seemed like he was losing it. Then he said, well, then he just started sleeping. So
Right, of course. What do you guys think about all the people in the replies, mostly Gaz's replies, screaming unionize, union?
I don't even know what that would do.
This is a thing, because Klemmer.
I see on Twitter.
Everyone that's like
I see every other company that unionizes being like,
Look on Gaz's
we're on
Twitter.
strike because
It's
unionizing doesn't work.
I do think Gaz tweeted if he dies, he dies, which
Yeah,
in the court of law, that's not
But
going
it's
to look
hilarious.
great.
Like,
No,
the stuff he keeps, the
it's
stuff
all
he keeps
comedy.
tweeting is like, scroll down a little bit more.
It's all comedy.
Right, yes.
The depth of the Klemmer, that right there. Yeah.
I mean,
The depth of the Klemmer discourse knows no bounds. They are all under individual contracts of employment. Yeah, people just do fan fiction about like employment contracts here. It's pretty crazy.
This guy is replying to someone. Click on this guy. He's replying to someone being like, they have to unionize immediately. Yeah, cannot be overstated how important it is for Barstool employees to unionize as quickly as they can.
Okay, Klemmer volunteered to put himself in here.
Talking about why is everybody worried about us being in the union?
Yeah.
Also, that's always a conversation. Like, for what? If we're fine.
What was the
Okay.
last topic? Final topic? Brought to you by.
that was it.
Who has a show? Foreplay. Brought to you by Foreplay. They will be.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I say it? Where you're going to be next week? You're going to be at the Players. That's where they have the Island 17th green.
Fun.
Come to the tent. Meet Trent. Meet Riggs. Meet Frankie. Meet Dan Rappaport, and buy some merch at the Players.
if you didn't know any of the foreplay guys, which one would you want to meet the most?
If I was an observer of their channel, Frankie. Frankie makes me
You're a
laugh.
Frankie guy.
Frankie makes me laugh so hard.
I
Everything
agree. Frankie
says.
and Trent.
Yeah, like they're.
Sure.
No offense to Riggs, but like Frankie, everything he says is hilarious.
He does really crack.
Riggsy's the head of the snake.
Yeah.
And their ancillary characters.
Riggs is the
And they're
business
fun
end of
ones.
this operation, but
Yeah.
He's the business guy. He's business, all business. All
do
business
we have an after show after party? So
Antonio.
so Storm Chasers is still going. They will be at Villanova or something like not Villanova. What's the one in Cincinnati? Xavier.
Xavier.
Is it Xavier Cincinnati?
I don't know, maybe.
Xavier versus Cincinnati?
And then they're going to be in Iowa to see men's basketball because they're pigs. And I think that's all I
They're
got.
back next week, right? I thought there's only one more on Sunday.
Two more
two
games.
more?
The one in Cincinnati and then the
Sorry.
one in Iowa.
Sorry, you just.
And then they will be back next week.
Cool. No storms yet,
No storms yet.
but we're
They
hoping for the best.
they
Check the
came
weather.
so close with NC State versus Duke.
would've
And
been
it was
cool.
it was Duke with Filipowski, like the guy who got hurt. And then Jay Billis was on call.
Yeah.
If they would have stormed the court right in Jay Billis's face, that would have been
Would have been so good. What a bummer.
Yeah. I don't got nothing else. I'm looking around. Watch Taylor Watch the rest of
Oh yeah, new episode of
Confinement.
Taylor Watch is out. Go watch it. Our fan episode. People call in, leave voicemails and stuff, and we answer them. It's really fun.
And follow at John Rich TV. Follow Meek Phil. That's it. God bless. Namaste.